everything I need to. Maybe. Hello? Am I live? Cool, blimey. I don't fucking know. Yep, I'm making noise, so I guess I'm live. Oh, excuse me. Just give me that boom, boom, boom. Right. We have volumes. We are entering Circus Tower. That I can do. So, I can do that indeed. I kinda like Circus Tower. Colbert Sack Raider. Yummy. Try on. What'd you look like? Ooh, I like those ones. I'm actually going to keep that to the side. Nah. What do the boots look like? Holy shit. Alright. They can get kept to the fucking side. Aye, beefy. I just decided since you said you were not going to be on till late tonight, I figured, fuck it, I'm going to do a wee bit of streaming. Wow, that's just a lance-ass lance, isn't it? Fucking hell. As the stream title says, I'm going to see if I can get through the Crystal Tower. World of Darkness included, I suppose. And then see where I am at that point. Maybe start the Bahamut stuff. I've got the quest for it. Somewhere. How you doing anyway, buddy? You doing alright? I've been far too heavily invested in FF16. Like, an unhealthy amount. Like, I thought Tears of the Kingdom ate up a lot of my time. Like, I am saying I'll play for an hour, and next thing you know, it's... What was it the other night? 6 in the morning? 6 in the morning. Get you the sources so you can do the Mega Horse quest. Yeah, man, that'd be pretty good. I mean, considering how often we have to ditch the bloody things because they're drapping for us, I don't think the horses are very rare anymore. I'll do, badge. I'll do. So yeah, I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. That was pretty cool. Well, I already spied I've got someone half naked in my team. Muffet Spooder. Someone likes Undertale. Shut up, phone! Just press ruin. Alright. Shut up, phone! Yep, Lord. This place is so fucking pretty, though. 16's really good. I'm glad it's not too complicated to play. There's some features that are better than others. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that's eventually going to get it, but like... certain powers you get in it definitely outshine others, and some of them are really situational, but they're good when you get them in that situation, you know? Well, it's been a while since I've done this place, actually. trying to decide what one I like more, this one or World of Darkness. I think World of Darkness feels out of place for the first two bits of the raid, but it's still a really good bit of the raid, you know? What have we even got? Excuse me. Paladin and Astro, a Sage, Monk, Bard, Black Mage, Summoner, and a me. It's a me. Okay, stick heal. The question is, do I be a selfish bastard and just tunnel the boss, or do I actually help with mechanics? What the hell's going on in the chat? I am so not used to doing this raid as like melee, because I normally don't see this much shit happening around me. I've got something on me. Fuck it, I can take it. Don't have everybody else around me. They're taking it too. Whoops. That were close. Job's done. A lot of people died there, that's kind of worrying. Oh man, I would see. Great. Beef, I don't know if you were here from the last stream, it was kind of a quick one because I was ill as fuck. But I got my dancer unlocked. And immediately can't do anything with it because, you know, to even do the level 60 job quest that you get after unlocking it, I need to be on Stormblood, so it's there at least, you know. Spike hitting on him? I think it is. Sure. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. I came on the other day to get some stones or something. Done a trial roulette by accident. Fucking knows how you do that by accident. I thought I'd queued for MSQ, but I ended up fighting Titan on hard. And then I done MSQ roulette and went, oh wait, oops, I'm actually capped on combs. So I went and bought some level 50 tank gear for when I got my Dark Knight unlocked. Because it'll be the Dark Knight first. these tanks don't give a fuck, they're just tanking it where they stand, aren't they? Them some pants, alright. I still need to enable whatever it is that you're trying to do with those, like, text commands. I can't remember what they are, but I will look into it. Gunbreaker I've got in 90 sure, and the other one I'm not as much of a fan as I am of the Dark Knight. Hence why I'm kinda like, this character's just about playing my favourites that I do on Jam. And we'll see how I feel down the line. I'll probably get to the point where I'll have finished everything, all MSQ, I'm level 90 in them all, and I'll just go like, fuck it, I'll unlock the other classes and do them. It's just something about the Gunbreaker just doesn't feel... What's the word I'm looking for? Fluid enough? When last I played it, I suppose, that was when I was trying to get it to 90, which was quite early on actually. I think I leveled that second after my Dark Knight. But there was just something about the way it played, it just didn't feel like... I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say, there was something there that was just like, you know, there was a hiccup that made me go like, I'm not a fan of it. It's like, I liked playing it, but like if the choice was between play only ever one tank again, I would definitely go with the Dark Knight, which I love. Oops. And there really is a lot going on the screen at one time in this game, isn't there? probably could have got a wee bit greedier there, but fuck it. Amon, could you not? You're singeing on my chest hair. Actually remember what that one looks like. It's too fluffy. Whoops. Ow. Oh. God damn. The only one that can sit still and injure themselves. Ow. You fight valiantly, mortals, but to no avail. My titty's too big for you. Absolute darkness draws nigh, so that you be unleashed, and I shall be whatever. Oh, apparently I won some gear though. That's nice. Oops. That is the closest I have ever been to that. No, we actually did get hit by it, for fuck's sake. Ah, bees out. Right, that explodes a lot. Not the bees! Because they didn't move for Quagga, I guess? I don't know. I'm just gonna be a dick and steal a limit break. Well, we're fucking deep now, aren't we? I am tanking! My tank wasn't even dead. Why was I tanking? I cannot believe we wait on Sunday. I guess it happens. Hey, but I got a robot casting at least. Woohoo! Nice of him to wait for everyone to get here. Big sound. Come on, you bastard. Give me my circle. Thank you. Somebody stand on it. You're a bit weak. Well, at least the raid's alive, I guess. Jeez. My old brick. Life is a circus. And that guy's dead. Time to enjoy some cutscenes. Or my. Oh, I guess I do need to. Sure, whatever, you can have it. I can. Yeah. Righto. I guess it's all mine then. Fucking hell. Ew, it's pee-pee water! Damn it! You did it! You defeated Emperor Xande. Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable spirit lives on. Truly, you are a champion we'd hoped for, Dermot Diner. With Emperor Xande now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. What are you playing it now, Nero? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? Shut up and slap your sat-nav. At any rate, you needn't mind me. Perfectly capable of looking after myself. Come on and finish what you came to do. Rob faster, damn it. Two ways may seal off Circus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. Choice of methods is yours. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend to a task. That distortion, what is it? Power that Xande sought to obtain comes from the Void, the world of darkness, our people called it. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Voidsent. Voidsent feed neither, as you may already know, and no plane is richer than it in ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Xande entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Vinay and I believe we can annul it. By his blood, Xande sealed his dark pact. By our blood, it shall now be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga. We may finally fulfill our promise. I bet you will. Nero. Oh, be still, my beating heart. For a moment I feared this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the ultimate weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? The Covenant is everlasting. Oh well. Imagine how big his toilet has to be. And so Mericidia is brought into the fold. Soon, all the world will be united under Allagan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid, an endless void bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when it must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power. Let the gate be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes and dreams. Let it be returned to nothingness. That doesn't sound very good now, do it? That actually sounds more like a bad thing. My bones! Pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What in the seven hells is happening? Not now, damn it. See? Oh yes, Sid fights sometimes, doesn't he? Pew! I cast bullet in your face. It was super effective. Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Savior James Garland, I don't put up with your arrogant face to play worthless clones. To play with worthless clones. Something controls them. A void scent, and an ordinary one at that. Doga. Doggy. You could have attempted to dodge it, come on now. Confounded with time, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine. And my ear has popped. Damn. Didn't think that through, did ya? Nero! He just flips him off on the way in. The Covenant shall be honoured. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. But it never was the void. Dead, Jim. Damn it, Drifter's gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let's return to the Find and consult for Ambrose. Very, very dead, Jim. Very, very dead. Oh yeah, it gets spooky here, doesn't it? Hey, bud. Did you see what they done for the English version of Pokemon? The finale, for, well, Ash's finale. For when they were powering up for the last hit, as it were. Before the championship battle ended, they played the original theme song. Was it Jason Page's version? Which I thought pretty cool. Don't even watch Pokemon, but that's pretty cool. All this happened at the tower, God's preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am certain. There exists myriad kinds of voidsent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It seems Xandes sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this voidsent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I'll not lie to you, Master Garland, the situation is bleak. Though voidsent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears. But we don't even know whether our friends still live. Damn it, I feel so helpless. I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Uni. Maybe Nero while we're at it. Depends. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that's not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. As long as Xandes' Dark Covenant is binding, the world is in danger. It is our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Ever since meeting Uni and Doga, said their names the wrong way though, you've not been quite yourself. Tell me true. Is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eyes rests with Allag. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I'm with G'raha, however slim the odds. We must try to save Uni and Doga. Aye, that bastard Nero as well. If only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. Sure doesn't sound like Nero to make mischief, does it? You have the right of it. You will have them but briefly. Doga and Uni are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we can be ready to act. I would ask that you are patient. When dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. Indeed. Come here, can of juice. I need you in my mouth right now. Thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can. For when time comes to go after our friends, you must be no less than full strength. Will save me at Dermot. Mark my words. Wonderful. Cheese for everyone. Dermot, good of you to come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Unai, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray into Circus Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Xande. But you, Dermot, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible voidsent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Une laboured to annul this contract, the entity reached through the rift and dragged the pair of them, and Nero, out of the realm. Since that day, I was devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Xande's orders, and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Une and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those with the royal blood of Allag. It is a most galling design. Granted, it was not always so vexatious according to Allagan Tombstone Nero presented us. During the Golden Age of Allag, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings would never have controlled the Crystal Tower. We do not have either this art or any with the royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the cloud of darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Xander's covenant within the Dark Realm. If only breaking the latter would suffice, but then what of the energy building in a Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like to the one that destroyed Allig. Bloody Alligans, man. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we don't act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament: rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all news is quite so bleak. It is true we can't stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use circuits of power for our own purposes, and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. We have heard this is possible from a man from the Thaumaturge's Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters, and with Master Garland working to create said portal, the finer preparations are well underway. Ah, here comes the man himself. Hello. I got a bed. Dermot, just a moment I need. Your fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare our endeavours? I don't think I read that right, sorry. Quite well, the device is nearly ready. Attaching the damnable thing to Circus Tower took every ounce of ingenuity that Ironworks has got. It should produce the energy we need. Just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. And how did Dermot? Sure you wouldn't want to miss another chance to save the world, would you? It's not like I like doing this, you know, Sid. Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to Crystal Tower? Here we fucking go. Righto. I got a pet. Why not? Ah. It's a Biggs and Wedge. Damn it, I might be here to watch us pry open the Rift of Between Worlds. We're almost ready. Circus Tower is full of energy, scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling is off, well, boom. It should be fine. Really, anyway, you must wait at the top. Chief's there observing the whole operation. Did you know garlic bread makes fizzy just taste really funny for like an hour after you eat it? My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can open the gateway to another world. Something to Miss Graha. Ah, Emperor Zandi's throne, how the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Allig's art and power. Now, nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Allagan civilization had lived on, and just Emperor sat on the throne, how different would their history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there was no stopping Xande and his ambition. There were those who tried. Xande's war of dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against Allag. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of late in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved towards Allag's heart for the kill, Xande lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Xande desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Dalamud to be emptied into Circus Tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Circus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it stood. Fourth Umbral Calamity. I learned of its cause from Ine and Doga. I have no idea that rebellion incited Xande into rashness, though. Knowledge of Allagan history is astounding, G'raha. Why, man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap, 'tis strange though, I can't seem to remember where I learned such things. Are you ready? Ready and raring to open up Voidgate. Reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of Agrius. Just give us the word, we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Let's get started. You lot might want to run away. Step away from the throne. It is time for the people with the pokey sticks. Yes. Right, let's see what that machine can do. My eyes, oh God, my eyes! Hello, Wampwows. A rift to the world of darkness is when you called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. Can't break out the mead just yet. Tough part still ahead. We've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever. And only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. As will the Sons of Saint Coinach. This rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Dermot, my friend. There's a heavy burden I must task you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead adventurers beyond the rift. I don't know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades. But you must go, for the fate of the world now rests upon your shoulders. Sorry, world, they're kinda pointy. This is our only gambit. I have every faith you'll succeed. It would be no small feat to return after you have passed beyond the rift. Make certain you're prepared before leaving. Might I have a moment of your time? There's a matter of import we need to discuss before you leave. Yes, I did change what I said, but it still meant the same thing. Dermot, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you're no doubt aware, 'tis a trait seen only amongst Allagan royalty. Long have I pondered why such is my inheritance. Sanguine Hugh must have been some bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow, meeting those two clones wrought a great change within me. I am consumed with remembering something ancient but ever so important. And my father's words echo in my mind, the self-said ones his father told him. The truth of our eye rests in Alec. What I wish to remember, and those words are related. Mayhap not. But I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with mine own two eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. You have my thanks. Now, let's venture into the world of darkness, save our comrades and the realm. The world of darkness. Darkness! Well, let's fucking go then. Pion. Pion. There we go, online. Nobody. Oh, come on. I wonder if that's a bot. That's probably a bot. Well, the guy level 2. Maybe it isn't a bot. No, they are default Makoti, so maybe not. Why did I come to... I came here for a reason. Nope. Totally forgot. Glamour dresser. That's what I was doing. The world of darkness. It's like weirdly pretty. Yo, what am I lying to say this thing? Oops, I got frozen! I'm probably gonna die! Awful shame, that. I must have effects on Jam turned down. Because I really don't remember being this blinded. Right. This bastard. Taking him on a journey, are we? Thank you for the laser directly to the face. That was very helpful. Yeah, I'm not fucking around with this one. You really have to do it in this one because nobody else does. Shagging doomed. I am no longer doomed. How good for me. D. Yeah, I'm an E. How many miles is it written? 130. I think the only thing that can give me a higher item level that's still from Realm Reborn content is Binding Coil, Second Coil of Bahamut Savage. Moving. Just a bit of spawn again, isn't it? Just hope somebody interrupts Andy. They didn't. Oh well, as long as it does that much damage. Well, did we actually get all the portals? Damn. That's actually kind of rare. mix up. Nice. Can I get any materia yet? Nah. From the other stuff? Okay. Apparently I'm going over here. Pass. Oh wait, no, orange was my party. Fuck. Dying's legit my own fault for going to the wrong platform. Tee. It's fine, but I got away with it. Don't know why I forgot the orange named ones were my guys. I was sure I turned on that thing where I see colours instead. Or maybe I've only got it on Gem, I don't know. Call it now, lads, am I getting in the belly? Make sure shit gets done right. I don't like how you're facing me, pal. Oh shit, I need something as well. Hee hee. tavern. Hopefully Group C does change. Hey, be friendly. Who disturbs the gloom? Mortals from the realm of light. Oops. I read too slow. In the glade of darkness. Who do not smother Ediver, how do okay. Covenant is everlasting. All mortals before the flood of darkness will sink lifeless into the void. I like Glade of Darkness. I think she's cool. Where'd you go? Oh. Convenient. Now we don't need to move. At this point, you're supposed to turn around and deal with clouds, but like, they die so fast nowadays. Like, there's usually only about 4 people doing it, and I get sick of chasing it around. If I'm on my casters or my ranged, I don't bother. But when I'm on a melee, I just tunnel the boss, because it knows if she's invincible during this phase. My eyes! Where's my lads going. Nobody's going to this one, so I'll jump on this one. Oop! Hello! Got it. Let's go. Bye, buddy. Commendate the bunny. I will need on that pet for starters. Just grade on the rest of the gear, I suppose. I'm going to be here for 10 minutes waiting on people passing. I am. Hey, Puff of Darts. Sweet. More cutscene. I'm going to need to start uploading these videos again. Where in the Seven Hells are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, or defeat the cloud aids or cause little. Doga, Annie, can you hear me? Nero? Must you be so infernally loud? You keen to attract more void scent? I don't blame you for missing my company. Like the 12, very alright. What's my foot on? As alright as can be expected, and he is simply passed out. Nero, by the gods, what happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep, and allowed this foul place entry to his body. Now, the darkness claws at the ether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. Cloud of Darkness was bound by Xandi's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Elegant royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other void scent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead if Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use of you yet in Eorzea, and I simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Oh no, you're safe. Our friends have come for us. Yes. Have they? And perhaps Doga has yet hope to fulfill her purpose. Glorious porpoise. Dang it, Cloud of Darkness. Mortals, you've dared to challenge me and now must feel my wrath. Do you think to destroy me in my realm? Here, I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. Kaboom. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in its realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now, whilst the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Xandi's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Damn it, Graha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? 'Tis madness. You must return with us. None but you can save the world from a threat of the Crystal Tower. Your blood. You take 2, gain protection from Xandu's blood. G'raha, you are possessed of royal blood. That's why the royal eye runs in your line. It is a gift you have inherited, G'raha. You have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought the time would consume all the Valag that was, that a man should still live with his forebears' blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line, and used the highest Valagan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognise you as Allagan, not as you are now, but your royal eye speaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. How should I use this light? Pray tell me. Rectally. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. We will share our blood with you, G'raha. Though its effects will be but ephemeral, it will boast of the elegant presence within you. It's our gift to you that you might fulfill your destiny. All with the royal eyes are bound to the fate of the Allag. Our part in this journey is to bury Xandu's dark ambition in the past. That was the true Uni and Dolga's purpose, when we have carried into the future. Know that as long as there is light of hope that survives in you, our souls will remain, even if our bodies are lost. Like it. You must leave as well, Nero. Sorry we couldn't live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though. You dropped it whilst defending us. Satnav. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but don't give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Dolga, Uni, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Dermot, Nero, let us quit this place. None shall escape me, impudent children of the light. Pew pew. That looks an awful lot like he's escaping you. What do you say to that? No, you shall not escape us. Here, Xandu's bloodstained dreams of glory end. How heroic. There, that glint of light. It grows faint. The Bridge of Dane Realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. The light dies, we're stranded here. Hurry the fuck up. Leave me. I don't need you. If I die here, it's because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Allag. I am Nero Telskeva, the man who will yet outdo Allag and Garland. That was what you had hoped to. The Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you! move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. But how did? So those damn clones did it after all. Start running then. Nerd! You owe me, Nero. The hell's I do? Sleepy snoozer time. You've returned unharmed, thank the gods. When that void gate started to close, never felt so powerless in all my life. We run about like madmen trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you are all Where's Uniondoga? Indeed. I'll miss the two of them dearly, but I'm happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to Crystal Tower, but we now have no one able to seal it. That's not true, my friend. Uri and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Let us put an end to this. Seal away the tower. I understand your instinct, Rambos, but please, give us a moment to rest. I am weary to the bone, and Nero and Dermot both emerged from a long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, shall leave this place for a spell, and repair to St. Connick's Find. No one but you could succeed in a world of darkness. Would that I could have been more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Uri and Doga's blood. Have I remembered what I wished to? Yeah, something came back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebearers' dearest wish. But we do not speak of these things now. It's not my place to keep you. Pray go on ahead of me. There's a small thing I would do before I return. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been part of your adventures for longer, Dermot. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. A wish hidden for millennia, and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Finally, it is time to see it realised. My boy! Run, Sparkle Pony! Oops. Hello, goodbye. Can't express how glad I am you returned safely, Dermot, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest of you all, let us free yourselves of the Spectre of the Elegans. Trust you've rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there's something we must do first. Let's summon the others, and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. So the Alligator that runs in Graha's line does mean that the royal blood flows in his veins. I suppose it is not so odd to think his forebears gained it via ancient technology. Who imbued his family with the blood, and for what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate, from discovering the tower to Graha joining Uni and Doga's blood. Has Graha said anything, for that matter? Where is he? And what of Nero? Not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he vanished to since, I cannot say. Knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for a time being, though he is still Nero. Dermot, you say Graha stayed behind at Crystal Tower. Wonder if even now he prepares to seal the place off. Master Ambrose! Tis Graha, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. Why would he do such a thing? Don't know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. Suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time finding out. I thought best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Let's speak with these researchers and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garland, Dermot, please come with me. No doubt Graha means to seal the Crystal Tower, but it was me he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. Off they go. Oops. Fuck, I managed that. I love how chill this music is. What in the world is Graha thinking, demanding believe the tower? No doubt you want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course, he would tell me nothing. But to be honest with you, miss, I'm certain of it. Go no further, my friends. The door will close ere long. So you are of mind to seal the tower. I know time is of the essence, but I ask for a hint of your plan. Please, come here so we can discuss this. My apologies, but I cannot. Come on, man. What's this nonsense? If all is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Unendoga fulfilled her destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with the Allig, or rather, 'twas there that the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Zandy's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Allig, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped the spires would again dominate the land, and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to the people everywhere. Word soon reached the only member of Allig's royalty to outlive the Empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very last of Allig's technology to give her blood and memories to whom she trusted most. That man was my forebear. For millennia we waited. Allig's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin. But before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. And now I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Graha, the crystal's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. You would need technology as advanced as Alex to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings, else we may never fully comprehend them. It's as you say, Sid. We could wait for someone, someday, to reach the same height as Alec. But by then, we'll have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. What if I do as Amon did, and put the tower into a deep sleep? You can't mean that. I'm deadly serious, Sid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Allegans in knowledge. I will slumber within Circus until then, to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as a beacon of hope. As the beacon of hope it was meant to be. It is the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. The future is where my destiny awaits. But yours lies outside these doors. Go, create a future where hope reigns, and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Onwards to a bright future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with Alec, just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. You said it, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking, Graha. Then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be a witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray keep alive our successes and forgive us our failures. And may we meet again, my friend. 12 keep you till then, Rambrose. Look forward to learning of your exploits. And you, Dermot, I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Now then, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in a mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly wait a future born of your courage. The ancients wish. The tower slumbers again then. It's too quiet for my taste. Goodbye, Sid. I must put all this at my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. Yeet! A new dawn has come for me. I do kind of like his outfit. Nice. Isn't that just wonderful? Welcome back, Beefy. You just missed Graha closing the Crystal Tower's gates. You've just missed Sid. There's much that needs his attention if he's to fulfill Graha's wishes, it seems. This is not the end of Noah, no matter how lonely St. Coinix find has become with our friend's departure. We must all walk in different directions now. Remember? Remember that we labour for a brighter future, lit by Graha's beacon. Seeing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend, may our paths cross again. Resto champion for the main scenario and other adventures await you. Yeah. Speaking of main scenario, I'm really close to getting in Heavensward, so I might as well get there. Seems I was swifter, Dermot. You too, however, arrived time to spare, for our host is yet to make an appearance. Murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. Lord Commander's absence. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what's afoot. It's the bit at the bottom of your leg. It's alright, I'll see myself out. I know that was terrible. Dyslexic Dragoon. Heretic scum, how dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. That was just all the blood rushing to her. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defence can be so easily shattered. It would seem the heretic struck first. Most telling. It would seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Silence, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies, we chanced to hear there had been trouble at the gates. I thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you've learned of the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close to dispel the first of her wards. Close enough to dispel the first of our wards. Let us speak more of this back at camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we are bid, and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Harshfant will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. Up the butt. No, stop it, right. Get help. Hello. Oh yeah, let's build it now. Right, horse fart. 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, Your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, we did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. Lord Commander has arrived. Treat with you in the intercessory. Oh yeah. Just say the room. Just that it's a room. Go to the room. The meeting room. It's not an intercessory, it's just a different room from the room that we are in. Stop using stupid talk. Or rather, use more stupid talk. Shall I show you inside? Thank you for coming with such haste, and apologise for my absence. Suffice to say, Lady Icehart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphinaud, I think it's more important than ever this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcement, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. Don't mind that weird business with before, eh, lad? Mighty. I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. You have a giant one standing next to you, Alphinaud, you could have asked. And for Middle warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. Hey, I already bet him, thank you very much. He and our warriors of Ishgard were chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. If ever I was without an equal, I am no longer, as my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest. Be eased, Dermot, I didn't come to challenge you this day. So they do talk about it. I like that, I like that. Yes, Azure Dragoon, and so am I! Well, now that we've been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design. As confessed by the heroics taken captive after the assault on our gates, it would seem that Lady Icehart and the Dravanian share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Heldrath, the beast is said to have terrorised Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many of the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Heldrath plugged from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength. Then no wall or ward could erect would ever be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath wagered war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancour. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. Those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, but dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian hold whom an entire company of knights would labour to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that's especially true for great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber only to awake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It's been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defences, and now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe Lady Iceheart is in league with that creature then. Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covered the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole in Mistress seems fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. It is a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem you've described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. I can't help but wonder at your candour. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard needs allies, and I would have you both on our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against dragons. Much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict that concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does this not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is, you may be certain the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hills. Very well, we shall assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of the Great Worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the incoming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Aymeric. Through the power of the Eye, I have become a vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Dravania, Danifin's collar, and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavour will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? The Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, and suspect the softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of bittersweet victory. Days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. If we are to aid Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones to make a report to the Antecedent. Pray return to her. Damn it, I've done it again. Every bastard time. Do you know, if I'm honest, I don't think I'm overly bothered right now about doing the Bahamut raids. I think I might just get one of you guys to just batter through it with me one day off the back. This time I'll actually, watch the cutscenes, of course, because I didn't do that last time. But Just for the sake of, like, in cutscenes, they'll acknowledge I had a part of it. Hello.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its walls, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
My god, I really am pointy, aren't I? Womp womp. Bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. A small matter of persuading Alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers, gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I'd also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenants told us but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthis. It is not unimaginable that a fight may spill across the border. Pray brief Slathborn of the brewing conflict, and discuss potential contingencies. Frontier settlers must be provided for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest you have Totoro accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of practical challenges that we may encounter. That's because she's the only one keeping this place afloat. Game. Thank you. Come, Tiribu, adventure awaits. rather close to the Curthis, aren't we? We best see to our own defences and take stock of our supplies. Oh, we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. Good reception is ready for any eventuality. Let's go. We have 101 things to discuss with Slafburn. I'm so very tall. I'm a huge bitch. It's been a while since there's been a sus. That's a nice dress, holy shit. What class is that? I can't actually see your weapon. Is that a red mage? Yeah, that's a red mage. You don't get a version of that with the red casting focus, it would go better. Or do you prefer the blue? Is that the Manderville one or something? I can literally examine you. What am I doing? It is Ermine indeed. It is very nice. Fuck, I maybe have to get that. Jam's probably get Tomes. It'll be fine, right? I appreciate the warning. Before us come to Curthis, the toll must be made ready. We'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I'll return the favour. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I'm certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild present at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant Stole. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who would answer your call to arms. Tatter is one of them, apparently. Let's get started. Nice hat. I like your hat. Do you want to fight dragons? Alright. So remember your talk of glory and fame? Not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I survived this long by trusting my instincts. My instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. It's not how I would have started it, to be fair, but... Ishgard sounds like she's in the right mess, but that ain't what I want to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamego by the name of Wildred was there with the 4th that day. I want to know if you've seen him since, have you? Damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him, and it's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wildred stopped turning up for duty, them black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. So now, of course, half the brave suspect that lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company has a disciplined fighting force. But as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in his crew, Wildred's fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion, and he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea. He bloody well meant it. And I like him. And a lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And them. And this is just between you and me, mind. There's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me something queer he'd noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. There's a villain in the end of this trial. I've stumbled on it. Aye, there's a villain on the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I bet my good eye it ain't young Wildred. Inroad, we've got a water wage, so let you get on. Just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Dermot. Oh no! Horse, 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 horse. Horse. Hey, that reminds me I have retainers, don't I? You doing anything? Angular? What does angular mean in terms of adventuring? Whatever. Volunteer my service in defense of Ifgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. It was to came such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place, which in our dying pursuit of fortune and huddled behind an icy wall. I mean, that's fair. Sell my blade to the Ishgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot. But I'd slay my fair share if the coin was good. I worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hockey did. Still, put up with worse. For that and for a heavy purse. Ishgard seeks Silsons to bolster their ranks. Though I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege, the nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. I've pledged myself to guard Revenant Stole. Modest work though it is, I'm loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do, what to do? Stick with your contract, it's safer. Titty boo. There you go, Dermot. One or two, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slathborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army. I'd say one of Revenant Stole veterans worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Beef, could you do me a favour? Tell me how far away I am from Heavensward? Like, quest-wise. Oh, I've been so caught up that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphinaud. Apparently the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight. They've requested your presence. As usual. Anyway, you best make your way to Ul'dah, or you'll be late. Alphinaud said that he would meet you in the Royal Promenade. From an allied perspective. Without the hiccup. Twin Tanya, nice. You doing your book, I take it? I should probably do that myself, but I'm lazy. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time. Seems my urgent request for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. As I say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already settled within. Let's join them. Is this going to be voiced? Because my throat is sore.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphinaud. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Cheeky little dick.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Teleji Adeleji and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords?
Here, I'm a sell sword, you wee dick. Technically.
Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
I can't even, I'll tell you what I'm...
If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution.
It's like an allied cause or something like that.
If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
An allied perspective. I was close. I was close. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you two have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. Can't well abandon Lord Horsefoot and Sir Emmerich to their fate. Must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as the Ordia's guardians. Captain Ilbert, what news? The assault's begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. 10 quests in the Solargy. Smashing. Move our forces into position. You will join House Derriner at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights, and thin the Dravarian horde early descend upon Ishgard. I will rejoin you as soon as I am able. Dermot, You and your adventure allies blow through the defences at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Merklane, the Gates of Judgment. He will direct you to where you're needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. I thought I'd seen that material there. Shaboink it. This is mine now. I do know this is made by Decide. Before I go into Heavensward, I will kill Bahamut, but like, I'm not going to bother doing it. Like, going out of my way to do it on stream. It's just going to be an off-stream parcel of nonsense. Speaking of raids, is that badge one still about? I'm going to wrap up soon. Do you want to do the... at least a couple of bits of the raid tonight? This is the old trial, but now a solo duty. Oh, is that? Why I've not seen that in ages? The one where you fight the big dragon's legs. That one. Is that just a solo duty now? That's good as fuck. As we speak, Drevanian skirmishing parties are handing positions across the Central Highlands. I assign the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks. For present, to have you join them. This, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. While the serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain at the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once the advanced skirmishes are slain. Over there. Wrong button. It's called the Steps of Faith, right? But there isn't really many steps. It's kind of just a bridge. It's not really a spoiler or anything because it's just a regular enemy, but there are elite enemies that are Dragon Abises that you can fight in 16, and they're a really fun thing to fight. I don't know why, I just... some of the more fun enemies that are a bit damage spongy that you can face. There's other enemies that are just like total damage sponges, it's like, eh. Why are you all the way back there, you big bitch? Get back here. I sense explosions. Stealth. peak stealth, mate. Peak stealth. Gotta watch out for them sneaky mages. Also, I was kind of thinking about it, right? Like, again, not a spoiler or anything, but if I sort of examine the way you fight in FF16 with an FF14 kind of head on, you're sort of a cross between a Red Mage and... I hesitate to say it, but a Red Mage and a Summoner, in a sense. Mostly Red Mage, though. If Red Mage used a Dark Knight's weapon, basically. Reinforcements? Decimated, you say? Dravanian devils? Damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, my lady. You'll avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Now you commit yourself to the siege, you should know you're tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith. A great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for those arcane wars that form the barrier we call Danafan's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outmost layer, that three-stamped witch ice arch stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered on the steps of faith. Should a Dravanian succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we can't suffer that to happen. It shall be our task to defend and prevent any harm from coming to these parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. I would ask you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. Oh, that should include us as well, yes. Scions of the Seventh Dawn! Couldn't stand idly while the Horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. Indeed, to do otherwise would go against Master Louisoix's has taught us. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent to divide us into 2 groups. Ada and I will join the rearguard. Right, if the dragon should reach us, be sure to give them what for. Thank you, all of you. Pray speak to them again when preparations complete. Together we shall stand against the Horde. For the Horde. Shut your stinky mouth. Well, that's very interesting. Let's go! That thing is cool. For being what's essentially a jobber dragon with no lot of story. They're going to say stuff here, aren't they? Claim victory this day for Ishgard's Falls. Accept the fury into your heart, defend this bridge with your life's blood. Okay. Yeah, for what's essentially a jobber dragon with like not a lot of lore behind it, it is one of the cooler looking ones.
Let's finish this quickly, shall we?
Shut up, Thancred.
Make it quick.
Turtle. There's a couple of zones with the adamant tortoises in it as well. And when you hit them, they're heat moves like you're hitting a speed bag. Must I? Fire bad. I'm not dead. It's fine.
Aoife, to me.
Oh, yay, yay, yay. I meant to hit my anti-knockback. Got you. So you'll have definitely seen one or two of them then. You know, that's not as badass as you think it is, Hen.
No holding back.
They're going to beat us with sheer numbers. Well, I can't count. Oh dear. I roar to you too, you giant fart. Can you stop fucking running with that, Lucia? Thank you.
This one'll sting.
You will stay away from me. Fucking monk. Well, that's not good. The Azure Dragoon!
Know your folly.
I do love watching the other dragon just boing. It's always the monks on it. I was wondering why I hadn't seen this try on a while. dragons have destroyed, victory is ours! That is a much better way of doing it though, for sure. One of Nidhogg's greatest champions slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make the battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Maybe you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl do your bidding now, do you not? No matter, I shall slay his heart and all the rest. But they yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. The Dragoons in 16 are cool as fuck. I keep thinking to myself, why can't I be playing as a Dragoon? Dermot, the dragons are routed, lest you wonder if fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce. My crystal braves were not found wanting. Commander Levier, Dermot, true to your word, you have aided us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragoons are fled. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with proper courtesy. I would actually really like it if they did. Kind of what Iceheart is in a sense, isn't it? It'll either be its own class, or it'll be like the level 90 to 100 abilities of the summoner. The ones we haven't eggied, we're just dominant, you know. You have indeed achieved victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. Mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognise the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long as the barred gates against the outside world, but I am confident the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against the dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step we march ever nearer to our goal. And, as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The journey is made with you in the van. Apparently, Alphinaud has a van. What? I don't think I understand that terminology in this sense. The victory you've won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. There's a hope that shall sustain us in days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, you've done well, my friend. And I, for one, take a moment to savour the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. Must accompany Captain Elbert back to Ilda, and reassign those braves whose squads suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest in the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll, and share your tale with Minfilia in person. I'm gonna stick my boot in you. Sorry, I just remembered that thing you sent me on Instagram the other day. The Anti-Donna sketch. We will see to inform the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Minfilia. Oi, Badge, are you still around as well? I'm thinking of wrapping it up soon, and if you hear, at least get 1 or 2 bits of the raid done. Torgal. Well, do you know what then? I'm going to bounce here then, because that's a good 9 o'clock. And I'll maybe snatch the Perries. We'll do the raid then. Right. Cheers for watching, folks. I'm going to be uploading more of these fairly soon, so that playlist is going to just grow. Because that folder is already at terrifying heights, even though I cleared it all out recently. Take it easy, guys. Bye! Stop streaming.